Hi everyone, Dr. Osheke here once again. Today I want to talk about something that is really near and dear to my heart because it really touches a lot of people and their lives and what they do. And my topic today is coming to America. I cannot even tell you how excited I was when I finally got my visa to come to the United States. My visa was an international student's visa. So different people come to the United States different ways. You know, some people get a green card. There's I think it's called a DV program, where you apply and you get some type of a green card. Mine was an international students, and nobody could have prepared me for this. And that's why this conversation is so important to me. And it gives me reason to share my experiences with you guys, especially if you're in Kenya and you're thinking about coming to the US to study, to do your master's degree. I would not encourage anybody to come here to do the bachelor's degree. That's a very expensive bachelor's degree and a very hard one. So if you're coming to the US, I strongly recommend that it be for a master's or a doctoral degree. Usually that's where you get the most value for your money. But anyway, that's besides the point. Today I want to talk about the experience. And then the next time we go back to this topic, I'll probably talk about cost, financing, housing, and different things like that. So one of my challenges was just getting good support. It is important that you surround yourself with friends. And I can't say it even more, and I think I've talked about it in previous discussions we've had. Surrounding yourself with family, friends, and especially the International Students Office. The International Students Office was such a good and important resource for me, believe it or not. But in different schools, because I've been to multiple schools, I think I've been up to 5 schools in the U.S. to complete my education up to doctoral level. And the International Students Office, they were different offices behave differently in different schools. But I want to give kudos um, to the International Students Office at Charles Drew. I mean, the support they gave me, I would not be here wanted for Dr. Lejeune Lockett. And I just want to thank you so much for all the support you gave me. Another thing is that housing is always sketchy. And that's because most of the time when you're coming here as an international student, you're on a budget. And sometimes your budget may not stretch as much as you want it to. And especially these days when, basically working in the US and being a student is kind of like a non-existent idea. And most of the time you will wind up working on campus. The money you're making on campus might not be enough to stretch for you to be able to live off campus or even on campus. So you have to kind of like crash with family or live with other people that, who decide to help you. So just take that as part of your journey and do the best that you can with the housing that you have. Always be courteous, always be clean, guys, because nobody wants to share housing with somebody who has very poor hygiene skills. And the other thing that I found is focusing on study. What brought you here? Keeping your eyes on the price. Don't sweat the small stuff, guys. I think a lot of my challenges were it was such a drastic change from how I did life in Kenya. And to be honest, I came to the United States as an adult. So you would think that transition would be less difficult for me because I already had a professional life in Kenya. But as a matter of fact, it was even such a greater challenge because I had to restart my life all over again, something I had not even considered when I decided to come here for my master's. And I'm thinking of families, even families that come here with, the green card. Basically, you're all set because you have a work permit. You can get to work almost immediately. The transition is really, really challenging. And, you have to dig deep. You have to set off your goals. You have to decide, this is exactly where I'm planning to go. And no matter what happens in between, nothing is going to come between me and my goals. And with that in mind, you focus. And when you focus, guys, trust me, it pays off. There's a lot of immigrant families that have come here and have been extremely successful. But I will tell you guys, it's not without blood, sweat, and tears. At one point, when I was in school, I would work the whole day and then go to school in the evening, say from 5 to 9 p.m., and then go work the overnight, and I have a class the next day, or I have a clinical the next day, and be at clinical for 12 hours. After those 12 hours, go back to school. Technically, the most I was sleeping on those days was probably 2 to 3 hours. And a part of that still hasn't gone away because, once your body gets used to a system, it's hard to undo some things. But I'm not saying that it's not impossible. The other thing, guys, I had to kill social life. I know some people come in here when they're really young, like you come in at 19, fresh out of high school. Oh my goodness, it's the United States, time to party. Guys, I can't even stress this anymore. Partying will destroy your life. And I know that sounds so drastic, but I'm talking to the 19-year-old who thinks I'm coming to America and oh my goodness, I'm going to party till I drop. Unfortunately, you have to do everything in moderation. So for the 19-year-old, I want to encourage you, do everything in moderation. Yeah, go party. It's a good thing. But also remember that you have goals you set. You have family who's paying dearly for you to be here. So you need to focus on your studies, focus on your education and the goals that you have so that it's a win-win situation for everyone. I don't say that you come here and become a pariah. Absolutely not. I do encourage you to socialize, but choose your friends wisely. And one other thing I want to do today is reach out to all of you international students out there who are dealing with COVID. I was listening to PBS the other day, and they were talking about this situation where students are no longer allowed on campus. They cannot find off-campus housing, and they're kind of caught in the middle. And there was this period of time that you were not able to go to school. You're not able to go to class because of COVID. I just want to encourage you guys, these too shall pass, and you will get through this. And when you're done with your degree, or you're done with your master's or your bachelor's, your doctoral degree, or whatever you're studying, you will look back and you will say that you are a resilient, strong person. And like I always say in this channel, life is good, love is even better, and happiness is you.